Geico Center as the 76ers look to grab a win here in Philadelphia. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Doris Burke. Also joining us from the sidelines, David Aldridge. Well, guys, for the Philadelphia 76ers, they come in off a loss to the Spurs.
Rough game defensively. I mean, they lost a lot of the individual matchups, and the help was slow to rotate.
I'll tell you this, if you're going to allow your opponent to make that many shots, you have got to be as solid on the offensive end, and clearly they were not.
And what a matchup we have here in the front court, Greg.
Yeah, each of these teams are anchored by their big men. I think it's going to be physical and highly intensified. I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
Substitution for the away team. Number 45.
Here is Kidd. Pass to Ivy. To the paint. Here's Embiid. And Embiid throws it down.
And seeing a guy as big as Embiid being so fluid in terms of his movement, jaw-dropping.
Inside. Here's Miller. Back to Booker. Just 5 to shoot. The Hornets need to get a shot off here. Bridges for 3. Kidd grabs the board. One thing this team likes about Miles Bridges, Greg, he plays a lot. He's always there.
And Kevin, on a couple occasions, Bridges has been near the top in minutes played. He's got that strong 6'7" frame, and it holds up well over the season.
Pass to Holland. 76ers moving the ball around. Here's Embiid. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 of 3 so far.
It's just so tough to knock Embiid off the block. That's his territory.
And David Aldridge spoke with Nick Nurse. David.
Now I asked Coach about what he has in store to try and slow down Devin Booker. They laughed and told me they've lost sleep over how to defend him. They mentioned how with and without the ball, Devin can hurt you. So Booker will have their total focus on defense. And Devin will have our total focus as well. Kevin?
Thank you, David.
Yet another miss. Just 1 for 5. Not exactly an ideal start.
Ivy on the wing. Embiid inside. Yep, that one goes. Embiid's got 6.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Pass to Miller. From downtown. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. Now about 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. Here's Embiid. Ripped away.
2 minutes remaining in the first.
And there's the foul. It'll go on Josh Hart.
76ers.
That's his first foul.
Josh Hart. That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
There's 1:59 left in the first quarter of the game. On. Nice shot by Booker.
They set him up. Booker's going to knock it down. Great execution there.
To the middle. Back to Ivy. Down low. Oh, and there's the foul. It's on Josh Okogie. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Well, a bit reckless right there. That's his second foul, and he can't afford to pick up a third.
Now here's Kidd. Pass to Embiid. Clock at 6. Ivy with it. Back to Embiid. It's another look, and it's blocked. And they'll get another chance to the inside.
And we've just seen them make mistakes on back-to-back trips. Both those turnovers could have been avoided.
Bridges misses.
And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
Boy, we're seeing it more and more. Guys looking to create additional space by stepping back further from the line.
Making the most of the screen. That's how it's done.
And it's in the perfect spot. Greg frees him up to get all the way to the bucket.
Where That's the defense. No fighting through the pick, no rotation. My goodness.
Pass to Embiid. Over LaFrance. He scores his 5th field goal. He's taken 9 shots to get those 5.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
To the left side wing. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. The 76ers lead. To the paint. Here's Holland. Good in the assist to Kidd.
Yeah, there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Uses the glass to finish the layup. Booker's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
Well, defensively, to me, you've got to do a better job communicating once the screen comes. Such a multi-talented threat on the offensive end, and you love his confidence.
A big-time effort for Joel Embiid, providing a lot of energy for the 76ers. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. What do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the 76ers?
And guys, they've done a great job keeping their bigs inside. They are just punishing the opposition in the paint.
And their assist total, also impressive early, creating with the pass and playing for teammates.
Right now, I'd send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, even with an MVP and Joel Embiid, the Sixers can't be a one-man show. Embiid says, I watch a lot of games and I see what's working. Good basketball means cutting, moving, guys getting off the ball, and it's moving and not sticking. But you need the right guys to execute that system. And I think we've got the right guys. Kevin?
I know you and I agree. They do, David. Thank you very much. Pass to Ivy. Hartenstein with it. Defended by Bridges. Another shot. Pocket 2. And that one is good from Hartenstein. Hartenstein's got the lead up to 6 now for the 76ers. And so Booker will bring it up for the Charlotte Hornets. Next game for them, they'll take on the Raptors at Toronto. That's game 4 of 4 out on the road for them. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It seems every season, Doris, we have players speak out on being unhappy with their role.
Well, consider, Kevin, that if you're one player on a roster in the NBA, how coveted each of those spots are, but also how competitive they are. You don't get there without that nature, which means you want to play.
Out to the wing. Hartenstein with it. Now Smith defending. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg? I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
And so it's Charles Lee calling timeout. He wants to talk to his guy. And here in the second with about a minute and a half gone by. And stolen by Williams. Here's Salong. Off target from outside.
You will not see this guy miss many of those. He's one of the keys to their floor spacing.
Pass to Embiid. Six to shoot. Oh, Embiid too tough inside.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
And Nick Nurse, Greg, the 26th head coach in 76ers franchise history.
And Kevin, known for his creativity and that outside-the-box thinking. I think it's a good fit with this forward-thinking front office.
Well, if you offer no resistance defensively, he's going to knock down the three. It's really that simple, guys.
Hornets trailed by 3. On the wing, Payton. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Conley for 3. Rebounded by Hart. Here we go, one-on-one. Pass to Ivy. Drops in the tray. Ivy's got 5.
Oh, how about the quick thinking by Ivy? I love when he goes right at it with the shot.
Conley feeling it out. Inside. And Sawon gets it to go. Sawon's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Well, just tremendous composure on the interior. Read the defense, take advantage of the situation, and deliver.
It's taken away by Payton. Outside Williams. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. When you look at the game of Mark Williams, Doris, what impresses you the most?
Well, probably his size and athleticism. That combination makes him an immediate fit. He understands which shots to take on the offensive end, seems to have a great feel for how to position himself on the defensive end and how to mix it up on the glass. Boy, a really soft touch on display. It is a luxury to have a big man who can hit from the line at a consistent rate.
And Embiid gets it to go. 14 points for him.
You can see it. Once this guy gets his rhythm, he is so hard to slow down. What an excellent night for him and his team.
No one near Payton as he lets it go. Buries it from 3-point range.
Well, he showed right there. This guy capable of making shots, especially if you leave him that wide open.
Pass to Embiid. Joel showing off the range. Hornets trail by 4. To the middle. Here's Williams. That's in there. Conley with the assist.
How about the timing? Could be the difference between an assist and a turnover. Nice delivery.
Now Embiid. 29 seconds left here in the second. Good D by Williams.
Boy, this guy is a good finisher, so he misses a chippy. That's tough to take.
Back to Conley. "11 seconds left in the second quarter. It's good. And it's Nick Nurse calling timeout here. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. And it's the 76ers with the ball. And here's Kidd from the arc. Drills the three-pointer. Kidd's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. 76ers on top. They're up by 3. Live from Philadelphia. You're watching 2K Sports. And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. And here's Booker. Pass to LaFrance. And a great assist by Booker as that one goes in.
Devin Booker, not a guy who's going to just hunt out his own shot. If you're open, he'll find you.
They swipe it. Miller with a wide open look. No luck that time in the shot that would have put them on top. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, thanks. Devin Booker is a 3-level scoring threat. He said, I'm just reading coverages and taking what the defense gives me. That's a mid-range jumper, which analytically people say is the highest percentage shot. But for myself, it's a good one. I've shot it pretty much my whole life. Kevin?
And David, doesn't it show? Wow, he was something else. Hey, thank you. Pass to Hartenstein. Here's Holland. Now, here's Durant. Still scoreless. And when you take a look at Jalen Duren, a big man, Greg, who seems to get better each and every season.
Well, you know, he averaged a double-double in his second season. I especially like how hard he goes after rebounds. This guy has a bright future in this league. Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
They're just too slow to react. You can't afford to sleepwalk through possessions. What's going on out there?
Pass to Hartenstein. Shot clock at 6. Right wing. The 76ers need to get off a shot. Will it go? And the jumper falls for him. Hartenstein's got 6.
And likes the view from there. He's a strong mid-range shooter.
Well, sometimes when you've got size, your release point is so high that you're going to get a good look no matter what. Boy, excellent start to the second half. They've missed just once in 5 attempts.
Pass to Whitehead. High, arcing shot. Offensive rebound. Hartenstein can't get it to go.
Only 20% shooting in this quarter. They need to settle down and relax a little bit here.
Now Bridges. He's usually able to provide some lift to his team, averaging 6 points a game.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Pass to Hartenstein. Rebound by Okogie.
Boy, with his shot not falling right now, it might be time to look in a different direction. See if you can get your teammates started.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. And it's Isaiah Hartenstein with the foul. That's his first foul. And timeout is called by Charles Lee. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. Both teams deciding to change it up. Here's Charlotte now. They've got a 12-2 run in progress. Williams a screen. Payton in the corner. And again, the Hornets missing. The 76ers trailed by 7. Pass to Embiid. Embiid with the dunk.
Well, no question, Joel Embiid is page 1 on the scouting report. Maybe page 2 and 3 as well. He is a handful.
Charlotte no good that time either. Ivy with it. 5 points in the game. Pass to Hart. Here's Kelly. Now Ivy is looking for Embiid and finds him. Unable to get that one. Charlotte leading by 5. They set the pick. Left side Williams. Down low. Here's Salon. He has 5. And finished off by Williams.
Well, known for being a terrific passer, he shows you right there. Case in point.
And they go to the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
First team foul. Coming up to the floor for your Sixers.
And here are the 76ers now. They trail by 7. Set it up with the fake, but it's offline.
I'll tell you, a rough quarter for him, and that puts so much pressure on the guys around him.
To the inside, Williams. And it's Williams with the jam.
You can see why they go to this guy so often. More often than not, he's going to be very efficient like he is right here.
And so it's Charlotte in control with the 9-point lead.
The Hornets, 44.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this 4th and final quarter. The 76ers trailed by 9. to Embiid. And here is Hart. Back to Embiid. Embiid swiping the glass and putting it through.
Well, in the rebounding game, at least, it's been a strong physical performance for him.
Booker looking around. With the floater. And that one off the back of the rim and in. And the Hornets lead by 9.
What a good pass. I mean, Booker so unselfish, showing he's not just a finisher.
Embiid, no good.
Well, the defense flat out awful right there, and he couldn't punish them for their mistake.
Miller outside. Inside. And stolen by Ivy. Fast break, here they come. Hart, no good. And now the fast break. Bridges with the ball. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good.
I'll tell you, even though he's not playing his best basketball, the team has played well and picked it up. I love it.
Look at the burst from Ivy. He is a premier athlete.
The drive by Booker. Here's LaFrance. Charlotte, no good that time either.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Embiid, no good.
Well, after hitting one triple in the first half, it's been all radio silence since.
Pass to LaFrance. Launches a three. It's good from long range. LaFrance has got the lead up to 10 now for the Hornets.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
There's Miller with the three. Rebound by the 76ers. Now the 76ers on the break. Miller grabs the miss. Hornets leading by 8. Booker outside. Pass to LaFrance. There's the three. The rebound by Ivy. And the 76ers with possession. It's rebounded by Booker.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
1:57 left to play in the final quarter. Sinks the three-pointer. And that's now 10 points from Brandon Miller.
Loves hitting those threes, especially off movement. It makes Miller so tough to defend.
That one is good from Joel Embiid.
Well, for a big man, his stroke is just beautiful, and because of the height, it's so hard to challenge.
The drive by Booker. Kidd grabs the board. The 76ers trailed by 8. Here's Holland, and it's thrown down hard with both hands.
Well, Josh Hart, the very definition of unselfish. How about keeping his eyes up and finding his teammate?
Booker in stride, and the dunk by Booker.
I'll bet even they didn't think the pick would work that well.
No. And they get the major league dunk out of it, too.
And my question is, where was the help? Someone rotate over and challenge.
And here's Miller. Pass to LaFrance. And a great assist by Miller as that one goes in. And now it's an 11-point Hornets lead. Ivy, no one around him. An absolute bomb from three-point range.
Oh, great response from Ivy, matching the triple.
And it's Jaden Ivey with the foul. And that'll be his third foul so far.
First team foul.
There's 57 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Oh, Booker with the bounce.
And it looks like just playing the last bit of this one out in what should be a nice win here for the Hornets.
Tonight they seem committed to the three-point shot.
That was the bread and butter. Fortunately, they made enough of those, but sometimes it was quantity over quality.
And so with this, they'll end up with their second win on the year.
And they're able to even the score of this series at a game apiece. Still, 2 more to go in the season series.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Devin Booker.
You look at the energy he brought on both ends of the floor, and it's easy to see why he was a difference maker.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
Yeah, the anticipation was there. The hustle was there. Very close to picking that one.
A great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and nasty jam. Now, here's Ivy. So no problem for Charlotte as they get the win. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one they'll feel very good about.
And let's face it, anytime you...
Victory lap.